Anybody else excited? The sun is out. I am ready to jump in a lake. So let's talk a little bit about the gear you're gonna need to enter that first water test. First, let's talk about you. You're gonna need a life jacket. You're gonna have to wear this thing, so just get used to wearing it. Slap it on, wear it when you're training, wear it when you're practicing in your yard. Just buy one that is comfortable and wear it, and it all will be good. Also, you're gonna need some closed-toed shoes. I always buy a pair of just neoprene booties. They're nice and non-slip. My feet stay warmer, and they work great. Now, onto the dog. Single retrieve, I use a hard plastic bumper. And then for my take-a line, I have 175 feet of line and a tied knot at the end. This thing's running on about 10 years old, and as you can see, still looking good. And for tow a boat, I use an actual puppy bumper. And then I have just woven this line on, so there are no knots, no clips, nothing metal, nothing hard. When the steward's flapping this, nothing's gonna hit the dog. They're not gonna get concerned. The dog's gonna have a good time. You can see they're all three kind of fetch, retrieve items, but they're totally different. I think this also helps my dogs know what exercise is coming up because they are different. Underwater retrieve. Here's this cute little underwater retrieve article. There are many made of PVC and other. It just needs to sink. I suggest it stays off the ground a little, so triangular shapes work great for that. And this is dark and light, so it's easier to see when it's sunk in the dirty water. Item you're gonna need, last items, float cushion and a life jacket. You can see I have both kind of tied up so the dog can't really get tangled in them. This is a child size. Child size is okay, infant is not okay. So make sure when you're looking at these, get an adult or a child size. And then on all of the life-saving devices, the one you're wearing and these two, the judge is gonna need to see the marine seal on here to make sure it's usable in a test. So that's it. That's all you need to enter a junior water dog test. I do suggest you get a couple of things to make training easier and a little proofing for the dog. This is about 500 feet of floating line. I have just also purchased a clip and I've just woven them together. So even when my dog is off leash, it's on leash and I still have that little bit of control. I also bought some buoys. These just kind of self-set. You set them out in the water and they unroll until it's at a depth and they hang out. The dog's gonna need to get used to yardage markers being out there and ignoring them. So every test is gonna have some sort of yardage marker floating out there. I've seen many a dog try to retrieve the marker. So if your dog just kind of gets used to ignoring them, that's a good thing. They also work great. You can set them for yourself and you'll know if you're throwing your bumper far enough. You'll know if they're swimming far enough. You'll know if the boat's far enough away. They just work. And then to the controversy. I love life jackets. So this is probably my oldest rough wear jacket. This is a newer one. I think they even have a newest version coming out this year. I put a life jacket on my dog all the time. Anytime I think my dog's going to get a little bit tired or we're working on some endurance, I just slap it on. I don't ever want my dog to struggle and think they're drowning. I just want them to always be confident, always be floating, always have that nice flat back in the water. I think the life jacket does all of that. Some people don't think you should ever put a life jacket on a noof, and that's fine. There's many ways to train a trick as there are tricks. So do what you feel, do what you like. Please email, text, call, Facebook, however you want to get a hold of me, ask questions, send information that you like. Let's talk about it. Let's have fun. Let's go jump in the lake. Thanks.